Yeah, time to switch lanes. Gospel rapper, man. Let it out my chest. VStorm. Let it out my chest. Let it out my chest. Get amount of money. Ain't gon' tell me cause I'm blessed.
Hello everybody, this the homie BankBoy Resight with another sit-down interview with the homie VStorm. Maybe this is a stand-up edition of this one right here. We're at the New Orleans French Quarter Fest 2026. What's up, VStorm? How are you doing today?
Man, what's popping out there, y'all? You know I'm over here in the French Quarters in New Orleans, all the way from the A represent on the lifeline with my boy Terry. You know what's going on?
Yes, indeed, Lord. So for those who may be hearing about you for the first time, who is VStorm?
Man, VStorm is the spiritual tornado, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You see the logo? Taking down all over the world, man. I got to stop the violent movement that are going out promoting two things that I preach in the street ministry. That's stop the violence and put God first. You know what I'm saying? Violence is not just shooting and stabbing and killing people. It's the way we treat one another, the way we respect one another. Kids, if you're disrespecting your parents, that's violent. If you having thoughts in your mind around skinning kids, it's violent. So anything that's not of love is violent. So God is of love. So I'm spreading that message. I'm also taking the hip hop and resonating my regurgitation of my life and hip hop on the mic, spitting life with my tongue.
That's what's up, brother, right there. I like that. I like that. So you are an Atlanta-based artist.
Right.
You know, the Atlanta music scene, how has it shaped your sound and your message?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I came up on hip hop. That's why they call me the hip hop mixed with the gospel. Man, like Jeezy, T.I., the 2 Chainz, the Lil Jon, Eastside Boys, all of these entities, even the Jay-Z's, the DMX, Biggie Small, Tupac, which is my favorite artist, has inspired me back then when I was a circular artist. But what God convicted me to do was take the hip hop and regurgitate it in my form and fashion and spitting. You're going to get lyrics out of me. You're going to get scripture in my testimony. And you're going to also get that I'm speaking like my tongue and I'm speaking it for the gospel. So they call me Versatyle in the circle around, but God changed me to a walking logo. They call me VStorm, the spiritual tornado. The acronym for it means Versatile, son of the original real Messiah, the real God. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no religion slandering people.
Like, as far as your background is concerned, man, when did you first realize music was like your calling? Like, what was your first, like, hey, I'm gonna do music? When you realized that?
Man, I realized that I used to write a lot of poetry. I used to draw with the artists at first of all. And I remember telling my mom, I think I was like 6 or 7, I was like, Mom, I'm be the next Tupac. She was like, who is Tupac? You know, and I tried to explain to her who Tupac was as an artist to me, you know, how versatile he was, and just, you know, Tupac could hit you with so many adversaries and sharing his experiences what he was going through. And he inspired me really to rap, man. So I kind of knew that I was going to end up doing music because I was musically inclined at a young age, at a very, very young age. So, you know, that's what I knew, man. So I just been, ever since, just enjoying my craft and building into my craft, you know. Letting God use me and just elevating in the culture, man. You know, just elevate, man. Just doing what God told me to do.
You know, and music is definitely a calling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, for a lot of people, when they first get off into music, they don't know what's their meaning and their purpose.
Right.
You know, so you realizing what your meaning and your purpose would be, man. How did that make it? Was it easy or was it difficult for you to make music at that point?
Man, it's really easy because like before I became a gospel artist, I used to like take circular music and, you know, do my own mixes on it. So then God like gave me the formula, you know what I'm saying, and I started doing the mixes with the gospel, and it kind of like, that what took me viral, but not only that, it was my motivation speaking and just going out, sharing my testimony and being an evangelist like you asked me, being in my community and for the culture. And then people realize, man, he's spitting flames, you know, he can rap, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people were slipping on the music, they didn't understand it. Now they really seeing the vision, you know. Y'all see VTL means vision and manifest. Man, God has elevated me in so many areas now, in media, podcasts. You know, I've been in magazine write-ups, doing interviews on national radio. I'm on the circular radio realm right now with my song. I got a top song spinning called Spirit Over Flesh that went viral, playing in New York. So, you know, man, I'm just blessed, bro.
Most definitely. You know, so being blessed, you definitely had a story before you really got off into being this big rapper and doing all of these things, man. Let's talk about your journey and certain turning points in your journey, because, you know, you were originally a promising basketball talent, you know, so can you tell us about that chapter in your life, VStorm?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that chapter in my life molded me into the man that I am now. I had a promising basketball coach. He's from Indiana, white guy. Taught me a lot of things. I remember him telling me when I was 14, 15 years old that I was a role model and I couldn't do certain things no more. And I'm like, a role model? Like, I just want to play basketball and go with girls, you know what I'm saying? But I really feel like I probably wouldn't LeBron or Kobe because I'm a little older than them. And I also was doing the things that they were doing, but we just didn't have internet back then. We didn't have all these features and the stuff that the young folk got.
Yeah.
So I probably would have went straight to the league, man, because I was dropping 40, 30-point easy in games, 5, 6 dunks a game, you know what I'm saying? So I was known for that. You can add 2 Chainz there, y'all don't believe me. Add 2 Chainz, you know what's going on.
2 Chainz.
God is good, man, you know. Just reincarnated, man. God done reincarnated me so many times, and I'm just thankful, bro, to just be alive right now. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. And speaking of being thankful for being alive, how did becoming a victim of gun violence change your life in the direction of where you were going?
Man, it had a lot to do with who I am now to this day. Because I have to say that I lived on both sides of the fence of the situation of gun violence. When I was 18 years old, I actually got caught in a drive-by shooting with an AK-47. That changed my whole kind of career, basketball career. And I always dreamed that. So I started talking to kids then with like choices. Because you can make one choice that can end you up in jail. So I started doing that, helping me see myself being who I am now. You know, walking the earth, possessing the land of God. And once I came into my identity, you know, I talked to my kids about that, and I lost one of my kids, man. In 2019, long little Gumbo, man, don't leave my kid hope. He's killed gun violence over in Union City, which I haven't still got any justice for. So it's something that's been in my heart, something that made me really want to march for it. Martin Luther King was one of my biggest heroes. I knew that he made a sacrifice when he marched for his dream that God gave him. He actually baptized my father. So there's a lot in this story that who I am and what I'm doing. And they calling me the New Covenant. You know, New Covenant. I'm from the A, Grady baby for sure. You know, I'm just representing, man, just like a Spike Lee or something like that. But I'm putting all my efforts towards God and let God move it first. You know, I'm putting Him first in all my family.
What is your message? Do you hope your story sends to the young people facing adversity?
The first thing I would want to say to the youth right now is like, you don't have to sell your soul to the devil to attain the things in life. God will give you the same things. The promises that He promised you to get to the promised land, you have to build a relationship with God first, young kids. You have to understand that God wakes you up every day. You can't even do bad or good if you don't wake up. So you got to pay that homage first and foremost. And to build that relationship with God is the most promising thing to do, because that's what's going to protect you in this world away. There's so much spiritual warfare in the world. People are getting killed and killing each other and down with nothing. And I'm just tired, man, and I'm just using my voice and being the advocate that I am, and an evangelist, and, you know, activist, a revolutionist, whatever you want to call VStorm, that's what I am. I'm a tornado, you don't know where I'm going to land at. And when I land, I'm coming down the touchdown to spread positive love and entity to the world.
That's what's up, most definitely, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here live at the French Quarter Festival 2026 with VStorm. We're going to find us another spot. We at the iconic CCC, that's the Crescent City Connection in the background. So let's get us another spot and we'll continue our interview. We right here, man, checking it out live at the French Quarter Fest. We'll be right back, y'all.
Kingdom come, ring the alarm. Here I come like LeBron down the lane on the devil net. Baptize the whole clique when I gospel beat. It's a movement, let's do it, cause I'm true to it. Influence the membrane, the reason I came. Jesus to die for, but who's to blame? But it's the same the way they crucified him. They lied on him, and I can feel it. I'm a split image. The devil try to stop my delivery, and my delivery. No bullets hit different from an AK-47 from a close distance. God protected me, they couldn't complete the mission. They killed my dreams, Martin Luther King died for her too. That's why I'm in this booth. For God, I salute. I spit the truth. I'm a soldier in these muddy boots, but not for America. Why God's paranoid? That's the question I asked. I took all my man. I dropped to my knees, fighting the disease of man created. Man, I'm devastated. Yeah, I'm out of money. Ain't gonna tell me cause I'm blessed. Roll loose from stress. Yeah, I'm out my flesh. Spirit over flesh. Yeah, I gotta respect.
Alright, y'all, we are back. I'm back with my boy, VStorm. We are out here at French Waterfest 2026 in New Orleans right now. We are on the riverfront. Man, I hope y'all enjoying it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, VStorm, man, let's get back off into it.
Well, the track is called Spirit Over Flesh.
Okay.
Now, the son of the original real Messiah is the part of the acronym of my name, VStorm.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I was called Versatile when I was in the circle around, and God changed me to a logo. So VStorm stands for Versatile, son of the original real Messiah. Which I'm the son of God. We all the son of God. We all the children of God, you know what I'm saying? Jesus my brother, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I call him. You know, God has thousands of names, you know what I'm saying? But Messiah is the name that I call him. And like I told earlier, I don't do any religious slandering, so I just call myself a son of God.
That's that up. So what's the name of the song again?
Spirit Over Flesh.
Spirit Over Flesh. What inspired you to write that song?
Man, you know what? I just thinking about the afflictions I've been through from just dodging death, dodging devil pits, and I had to come to my spirit right now to be who I am and come outside of my flesh. I mean, that's a lot, my brother, you know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with addiction to drugs, you lusting, you know, you doing things that you don't supposed to do, you spitting the wrong demonic spirit with your tongue, you know, you're not living the righteousness right. Man, in your heart, you know right from wrong, which we all are born to know right from wrong. But when you get to that point to make that decision, you got to put your spirit on the flesh, man, to even walk the journey that I'm walking on.
So, VStorm, tell us, man, when you perform that song live, what emotions do you feel?
Man, I feel coming outside of my body, because if you listen to the lyrics in the song, it's just talking about a lot of elevation of what I've been through. You can hear when I said the end of my first verse, I dropped to my knees, I'm fighting the disease of man created. I had 4 state counts all over my body. They told me I had 2 years to live. And you know, I've been here, 5, 6 years now. Not listening to a fleshly man, believing in God and having that faith of a mustard seed, I feel that's why I'm still here. You know, and just the whole thing, man, me being a gospel rapper, going into the circle around like this, man, opening doors for other gospel artists, you know, inflicting just our pain and sharing it in scripture and sharing it in a positive entity to give me keys. It gave me keys to all kind of rooms, man, and all kind of places. I can go to a library and perform. I can go to the country club, you know what I'm saying? I can go to schools, you know, so it's something that's very positive for me with what I'm doing with what God called me to do as far as my identity.
Is there a personal testimony connected to that song?
It is. Like I was saying, I'm fighting 4-stage cancer. I had a basketball career, man. I was LeBron James. That's why I say, man, here I come, thy kingdom come, ring the alarm, here I come like LeBron, down the lane on the devil net, because I baptized everybody with my gospel speech, you know, started talking life with my tongue, you know, my career in that situation, looking at the radio stations, elevating them, but death on radio stations, all they do is promote pornography, killing, and all that. The second verse starts off, you know, they promote the radio, promote death, not life, you know what I'm saying? Just all of that is just personal to me of my own experience of being on both sides of the fence, having gun violence happen to me, and losing a kid from gun violence, and also just walking through this world of way of life that we all are living in. There's no perfect man or woman, you know what I'm saying? There's no perfect man or woman. Our whole job is to find him, to seek the treasure, which is God Almighty.
You mentioned losing your son. You know, how old were you when you lost your son, and how did that, inspire music for you?
Well, I lost my son. It's 2026. I lost my son in 2019. Soon as I healed from the cancer, I lost my son. Not even a year after that. So I went through a 3-strike tornado That's why I think God turned me to the tornado. I went through marriage and divorce. I was married for 18 years. 7 months later, after I got a divorce, I found out I had fourth stage cancer. Fought cancer for 2 years. And after I healed from cancer, which I had a stem cell transplant that a black woman created. That's science, y'all. And I lost my son to violence. So it was like, man, that was just a storm that I went through that I would never forget. But I think a lot of it made who I am to now, because when my son got killed, and I lost my son, it probably destroyed me, because I culture mindset, I was gonna go over there and retaliate and kill other people and people that had nothing to do with it and target it and kill out myself, my identity, my family name, all of that was designed to destroy me. But it really brought me closer to God, because I had to drop to my knees and really sit still and ask God to guide me and lead me.
With that being said, how do you balance ministry and music in your career now?
Well, when you think about music, music is ministry. Most people share their testimonies in their songs. I don't care if it's an R&B song, a country song, gospel. We all are sharing testimonies when we sing out to God, when we sing aloud. Some people circle around. I don't judge circle around artists. I love them. That's why I am who I am, because of them. They love God too. God created them. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't know the talent we got to sing or rap or dance. There's so much talent out here in this world. But I always tell people to follow your dreams and resonate in what God wants you to do first, and you'll find your identity. Once you find your identity, then you can become powerful in what your calling is.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Okay, VStorm. We out here, man. We have the French Quarter.
Man, it's so nice out here too, man. Y'all ought to see it, man. There's so many people out here right now, like really enjoying the environment. French Quarter, man. This is not my first time down here, but this is just dope to come to the festival and be able to enjoy some of the experience that, the Mardi Gras and stuff like that in New Orleans, man. I love it.
For sure. So I have another question about your music.
Right.
How do you define gospel in today's generation?
I think gospel is the new wave, because we need more positive music. We need more of the kids understanding that you don't have to go out here and sell dope or sell your soul to the devil to be successful. You can go out here and spit life for God and be successful. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I pull up in them Bentleys and them cars and do the things that I do, it's because God gave it to me. I can't give nobody else that homage. God gave me my talent. He gave me my life that woke me up to keep marching on the vision that he gave me and the dream he gave me. Without God, people, you are no one. So no one is bigger than God. So if you're out there thinking that you will, you just need to stop it. No matter how much money you got, no matter about none of that, you are not bigger than God. God is the biggest. He everything, and he my first and foremost in every choice I make.
Do you feel gospel music is evolving, and where do you see yourself in that evolution?
I see what they call me. They say I'm the hip-hop mixed with the gospel. I regurgitate everything, man, but you're going to get some kind of scripts out of my life, out of my music. You're going to get some kind of, affliction, something that don't happen to you. You're going to feel it. You just going to get the power and the anointing that God put on me, and I'm just representing in the music. And, we can't just put gospel in one category no more. Because when you go in the club or you go anywhere, God is everywhere. I don't care where you go, God right here, right now. So it's like, I can't leave him out. So when I go in these clubs and they put me on these circular shows and opening up for these circular artists, I call it fishing. So yeah, I be going and fishing for souls, just to show people that to go towards Christ, because I can't save a soul. Can't none of us save nobody's soul. But we can be influenced to somebody to motivate them to really see what God has done and can do for you. So, that's where I'm really at, man, in my walk, in my march. And that's what got me here, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to find us another spot to finish our conversation. And I want y'all to enjoy some more of the B-roll footage. We'll be right back, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Rolling from stress, him on my flesh, spirit over flesh, yeah, gotta respect. They speaking death, not life over the radio station. My Bible, my rifle don't come and I just matrix. Stand home of being patient, look what we facing. Start reading these scripts to get this elevation. God's calculation, I start paper chasing and start regulating. A kingdom motivation, I'm not basic. I'm aiming to change who famous, make it make sense to poor to rich. God's the best, spirit over flesh. I confess, into my death, I accomplished a lot already. I came back alive like some Machiavelli. My spirit started telling me, break loose from these felonies and enemy and these frenemies. I can really see I've been a beast for God, and there's freedom of speech against the elite. This money never made me. I'm God created, stop the hating. Dodge Satan, lighting the church up like it's Vegas, and I'm staying faithful. Let it out my chest, yeah, I'm out of money. Ain't gon' tell me cause I'm blessed. Bro, lose from stress, yeah, I'm out my flesh. Spirit over flesh, give God respect.
All right, everybody, we are back. As promised, we found the stage. We at the Tropical Isle stage here at the New Orleans, at the New Orleans French Quarter Fest. And we still got VStorm with us, brother. And I want to take time to talk about your community activism for a moment.
Right.
Okay, I want to ask you about that. So you're passionate about rebuilding lives. You know, where does that passion come from?
Well, actually, man, to tell you the truth, man, I always loved Martin Luther King. He's one of my favorite historic leaders. And I just feel like violence, man, is the main thing that's got the whole world hurting right now. Like, violence not just shooting and stabbing and killing each other, it's the way we treat one another, the way we respect one another. You know, at the same time, disrespecting kids, disrespecting their parents, that's violence. Anything that's not a love is really violence. And, you know, God is a love. So my passion for the going into the community and trying to, and going and elevating cultural mindsets, because we all been setting these cultural mindsets to do certain things to each other. And I feel like God give me a breaking point of that tolerance to march out here for what I am, because I have been through violence on the one side of the fence, and I lost a kid from violence. And at the same time, man, violence is not good, period. It's happening all over the world. Children are dying left and right, and I'm just tired, and I'm not scared to be an advocate or march out here for something of freedom of speech and spring stop the violence. With the VStorm movement, ministry has took me worldwide for preaching those two things, putting God first and stop the violence.
I hear you on that for sure. You know, you speak about black men coming together. Why is that an important message for you, VStorm? Black men coming together.
I just feel like unity, period, in every culture. Even though black is a race that they say that we are, spirit has no color. So we are all brothers and sisters. So I feel like coming together, black, white, Chinese, Mexican, no matter what race you is, we should be coming together, love each other, to enlighten the world and enlighten the presence of God of what he has done for us, because we all wake up by the grace of him. You know, we all eat, sleep, use the bathroom, everything that we do is because of the Most High. And we can't look past that. I don't care what race or what culture you is. I don't religious slander, because if you're speaking something positive about what God has done for you and the love of what God says that's supposed to be done between us and one another, it doesn't even matter about the religion. The only thing that matters is spitting positive and doing positive and enlightening the world and teaching the youth. They are our future. You know, the youth is our future. We got to put that in our mind, especially us OGs, our elders, our celebrities. You got to reach back and try to get these youth something to look forward to, not just destruction and killing themselves out. So that's where I'm at with my Stop the Violence movement, and that's what I feel about this across the globe, man. It's needed everywhere. So everywhere the tornado touches down at, I'm going to resonate God and what he put me out here to do as my own identity. You know, I'm not knocking anybody or what they choose to do or any of that nature. I'm just me, and I'm just created from the Most High.
Most definitely, VStorm. I feel you on that. So, you know, as an artist, you know yourself, what role do you believe artists play in leadership in the community?
I feel like artists play a big part of it, because you got to think about the thing that runs the world is really music, fashion, and sports. You know, and when you look at that, we have topped all those positions as a black culture, right? We have created swag, we created dab, we created all kinds of inventions. We created things that make the world better. So we use those things as making the world better instead of using them and doing negative stuff I think that we'll change the whole mindset of the whole globe, because when we start killing one another, I think other races and residents will respect the fact that, man, they don't stop doing it to each other. So we need to just stop doing it to each other as well. But us, they paint a picture, they say it's just us, but we're not on the culture doing it. We're just the ones that's shown on the news. You know, it's a worldwide, it's war, it's everywhere. So, you know, globally, we just need to stop the violence, period.
What impact do you want your music to have left behind?
Well, my music is going to leave a legacy, which the legacy has been large. You see the VStorm logo, God changed me into a spiritual tornado. The music is an impact because of what I do is take the hip hop. See, they switched hip hop from back in the day. Hip hop used to be come together, going through self-destruction, fight the power and all these kind of things. But now I'm regurgitating the music in hip hop, being God in the formula, been doing it on circular beats and giving them the resonance of this. At the same time, speaking life with your tongue is so important. Elevating your life about God is so important. Just the music, period. So God gave me a talent. He gave me a Lil Wayne formula, and I eat everything, and I regurgitate it in God formula, and then to my form of who I am, and just giving you good vibes, good energy, and good music for the family, for the kid, for whoever, the elder, and that's what I'm doing, man. And that's a formula God gave me on top of my motivation of speaking, and the ministry itself, and the movement.
You've collaborated with other artists in the gospel community.
Right.
You know, what do you look for in your collaborations? How you go about collaborating?
I look like this. As my collaboration, when I do collaborate with other people, it's something that God tells me to do with that certain artist. And I'm the type of artist, I want to share my light. So I take my light and do use it on the youth a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what God told me to do. But when I elevate and do music with other artists, it's me sharing. We're sharing a fellowship together. We're sharing something that can connect together and something that's positive, which is all of us that has life. So, you know, it's a lot of gospel artists out here. But I feel like God gave me the power and the anointing to really kick the door in. You know what I'm saying? Knock the hinges off the door.
Right.
And really let people realize that, man, I'm a star. I been knew I was a star. You know, if you are what you say you are, then it ain't no worries, you know. And if God elevated and wanted to be done, it's gonna be done. Can't never be stopped. Nobody can stop it.
Who are some of the artists you would love to work with in the future, V?
Man, I want to do one with D1 especially. It's
For
a
sure.
gang of them, bro. Like, I do one with Kendrick. It's a gang of them, man. I ain't gonna lie. Any hip hop artist, man, really, man, I do one with anybody because God created them too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They wake up just like me. They live just like me, and you can't say they don't love God like I love God. But at the same time, man, it'll be something very powerful to do songs with these type of artists and other people to demonstrate the elevation of where we going as a culture and a community.
How important is it for the gospel community to have unity?
Man, it's so
together.
important because it says one body, one Christ. You know what I'm saying? We all got to come into one body. We should be on the same accord. You know, if anybody's in the kingdom right now and talking about their kingdom building, but they in competition or they being envious or whatever the fact is, they're ministering for their own purpose. If they're not ministering for what God's purpose is and trying to build unity in the kingdom, what's your point? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here, I'm not going to say that they're very righteous of what they're doing. There's a lot of people trying to use and jump on that bandwagon like a lot of people do. They mimic.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't be mad at what people mimic, because if somebody mimicking, just say for instance, they mimicking VStorm or what I do, that's something good because what I do is an elevation of trying to unite the people. So if I get another young man or elder man or whatever want to mimic the things I do, that's great. That's a positive thing, and you don't get mad about that because iron sharpens iron.
How did you combine your faith, motivation, and music into one platform?
Everything I do, I put God first. So God give me the words. He give me the speech that I make at that time or wherever area I'm in. Whatever going on, I pray about whatever I need to do first. And he just lead and guide me. And everything that I've been doing, even to this point to where I'm back to you again for this second interview, doing the phenomenal things out here in the globe, in the world, It because of God. I can't give no other credit. It ain't me. It ain't nobody else. It's just the power of the Almighty. You know?
Okay, most definitely. When you're speaking to the youth, what message resonates with our youth the most when you're talking to the youth?
Man, the first thing I tell the youth is to understand that y'all are kings and y'all are queens. Y'all were born to be somebody. Y'all were born to be able to have a dream, to resonate a dream in a good bodily fashion though. You shouldn't be in competition with your brothers and sisters. You shouldn't be in competition with your fellow peers. You should want your fellow peers to be successful just like you want to be successful. And when we get more motivation like that in the community with the youth, I think a lot of things will change. It's okay to have swag. You see, I got swag, but that don't mean I don't know God. You can't judge a book by its cover and don't know the story on the inside. So I tell the youth like this, be who you are, but make sure you make your effort very positive and make your effort dominating for your success of being in your career or being who you want to be in life. And that should be to elevate somebody and help somebody else.
We out here at French Quarter Fest. Y'all here, we at the Tropical Isle stage right now, hand grenade stage, and they loud, they getting louder, you know, so let's turn this up real quick. How do you personally stay grounded but navigate your music and with God?
Man, it's easy. That's the easy question. I stay grounded because every day when I wake up, my feet touch the ground, I give God honor for waking me up first and foremost. I give God honor with the talent that He gave me. I use all the talent God gave me. I put all them eggs in the basket, and I go out and elevate God every day. Every chance I get, I'm talking to somebody, I'm connecting my music with somebody, I'm stimulating the positiveness of having life. And that's what the key word is, the 4 letters, L-I-F-E, life. You gotta live your life while you're here.
Can you leave us with one thing, brother? Can you leave us with a word of encouragement for New Orleans?
New Orleans. This VStorm spiritual tornado all the way from the A. Y'all know we got a very tight connection. I love you guys. I love that where our culture came from. It's a lot of things that have been stimulated in here in this city that I know because it's historic. I just want to say like this, man. Come together, hold your people tight, and just stop the violence, man. And try to promote uplifting one another. And what resonates from city to city, we can pass this formula and help our culture, man. I know it's a paradise. You got kids, you want your kids to be successful. I don't want everybody to go through what I went through and had to bury one of my kids, which is a lot of people that don't been through that. So I'm just going to tell y'all, take the time with your kids and your family. I don't care the elders and pray together. Pray together and pray together. That's all I can say, man. Put God first and pray.
There y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen. VStorm, the one and only, a.k.a. Versatyle, you heard me. We are live out here at the French Quarter Fest. We about to go enjoy some good food, hang out with some cool people we never met before. We hope y'all enjoy the music. We hope y'all enjoy the music videos. We hope y'all enjoyed the interview. I want to thank you, brother, for taking out the time.
Yes, sir.
Rocking with the live line.
Yes, sir.
It's the homie BankBoy Resight. That's our time, boo. We got to go. Shout out to my homie VStorm. We out this thing.
Yeah, amount of money ain't gon' change me cause I'm blessed. Roll loop and stress. Yeah, I'm out my flesh. Spirit over flesh. Yeah, gotta respect. Let it out my chest. Yeah, amount of money ain't gon' change me cause I'm blessed. Roll loop from stress. Yeah, I'm out my flesh. Spirit over flesh. Yeah, gotta respect. Repent and confess. Now let it out my chest. Let it out my chest. Yeah, amount of money ain't gon' change me cause I'm blessed. Roll loop and stress. Yeah, I'm out my flesh. Spirit over flesh. Yeah, gotta respect. Repent and confess.